Okay, in this video we're gonna talk about Lab 6B Part 2 and 6C. So for this lab, most of you guys do right for the first question, right? Since the first one pretty simple, just check which one have a bigger standard deviation. You see 12.3 is bigger than 7.2. So you know magnum, right? Magnum is more volatile. And for the second question, you should realize this round, right? Round to the standard, round the standard deviation to the nearest whole number, right? To the nearest whole number. Some of you guys didn't round, right? So this one is the right one. 23, all right, 23. You should round it to 23. And then when you draw this graph, you just use the integers, right? Just use the integers. And most of you guys have a problem with number 3 and 4. You see number 3, some of you guys get some values maybe from the other resources, but you should use the empirical rule, right? Empirical rule. So draw the picture, right? Draw the picture like this. You have 34, this is 34, and 13.5%, 13.5%, and this part is 2.35, and here is 0.15, right? The left side similar. You see, find the percentage of score that are less than 80. You should add all those three together, right? Add all those three together, you get 16%. What is the probability that a score picked at random is less than 60? So you add this one equal to 0.15% plus 2.35%. So finally you get is 2.5%, right? Or 0.25. Okay, the middle 68% is from 80 to 120, right? From 80 to 120. And the percentage between 460 and 140, you add, this is the data within 2 standard deviation, right, to the mean. Data falls within 2 standard deviation to the mean, so it's 95%. Right, within 1 standard deviation is 60. Remember, 68% and 95%, and within 3 standard deviation is 99.7%. Remember that. Top 0.15% make like 160 points or more. You should use or more, alright, not just 160 points. Alright, should use 160 points or more. Greater than 100 is 50%, right? Greater than 100, 50%. Since 100 is the median and also the mean, right? Median and also the mean. What's the probability of a score picked at random is greater than 120? So just add all the numbers on the left side, all the percentage on the right side of 120. So added them together, you will get 16%, right? Or 0.16. Find the percentage find the percentage of scores that are less than 40. Less than 40, you can just read it from this graph, right? What scores did the bottom 2.5% of students make? Bottom 2.5 is 60 and under, right? 60 points and under. Do not just write 60 points. Okay, let's see. Number 4, you draw a graph is similar, right? A graph is similar. You just just the label. All right, you see here the shape of the graph is the same. You just the label as the horizontal line is different. You see the label here are different, right? Label here are different. And this one, the ounces, right? Ounces the copy, those are the labels. But the percentage, right? The percentage under the curve are the same. Now let's see the question. B. What's the probability that a machine dispenses more than 8 ounces? So you just add all the percentage on the right side, more than the right side, right? Less than the left side. So 16% or 0.16. What's the probability that the machine depends less than 8 ounces? You see, greater than, more than 8 ounces is 16, less than 8 ounces is a point. Less than 8 ounces is 1 minus 16. You see here, this one, 1 minus 0.16. Right, those two added them is 1. Alright. Some of you guys maybe ask, what's the percentage of exactly, right? Exactly 8 ounces? 0. Alright, you're gonna think exactly 8 ounces 0. Since just imagine, it's very hard to get exactly 8 ounces. I mean exactly no decimals, like 8.00001. That's not exactly 8 ounces, right? So it's very hard to get exactly 8 ounces, or you can think it's impossible. So the probability of exactly 8 ounces is 0, but more than 8 ounces is 0.16, less than 8 ounces is 0.84. So adding them together, it's 100%, right? It's 100%. For normal distribution, if you ask the probability of at an exact value, the probability is 0. Like what's the probability of 7.6 ounce? 0. What's the probability of 7.2? 0. All right. But what's the probability of more than 7.6? 50, right? Now let's see D. What the probability of the machine depends less than 60.4. Less than 60.4, you can read it from the graph, right? 0.15% or 0.0015. What's the probability that a machine depends between 6.4 and 7.6? So this one 60.4 and 7.6. What you're gonna do? You're gonna add all the values, right, between 6.4 and 7.6. Let me add those three percentages together. So added them, you will get it's a 49, right? 49.85%, right? Or just 0.4985. The other question is similar, right? You see this one 6.8 and the 8.8. This one we're gonna do. This one we're going 6.8 and 8.8. Right, you see all these. Add all these together. 13.5% plus this plus this plus this. Or what you can do, or you can use 1 minus, minus the rest, minus this one, minus this one, and minus this one. You see here 1 minus 2.35%. And 15%, 0.15 plus 0.15 is 0.3 minus 0.3%. So here you will get it is this is the minus 1 minus 2.65%. So you will get is 97.35%, right? Or just 0.9735. G. Between 4 or 8 ounce and 8.4. This one you just read it, right? Just read it from the graph. Is this part, right? Is this part. And H between 6.4 and 6.8. This one you can read it also, right? Just read it. I between 8 and 8.8. This one you just add those two values, right? Add those two values, you will get is 15.85, right? Percent, or 0.1585. Again, this one, what's the amount of the bottom 16? Bottom 16, you can answer that, show the answer like this. Alright, 7.2 ounce or less. If you forgot less, then it will be wrong. Alright, it will be wrong. Okay, that's for this lab.